So here's the iPhone 6 screen. I usually have like a full assembly, which is just one that has all the parts on the bottom of it. I mean on the back, like the thermal plate, which has the extension cable and the ear speaker and the front-facing camera assembly, which is right here. So you know, you just what I like to do first, I like to take all the screws off first, and I have my screw mat here, and this is called an iSpace. You could get it from some guy on Yammer, which is the social media kind of platform that we have for the company, where everybody just like shares ideas and gives updates on new stuff that comes out. But I like to take all the screws off first, just so I can put my screwdriver down. I don't even know when it was that I actually got this screen, but haven't been working the last couple of days. So yeah, I got all the screws off from the back now, so I could, you know, put down my screwdriver. And I like to use my round tip tweezers, these right here. So the first thing I like to start off with, there's a lot of talk about people being really scared about doing what I'm about to do. You know, like I said, I've done over 100 of these, and I've never had an issue with it. I've never broken one or damaged one at all. It's with this little cable right here. This is the home button extension cable. So the home button connects here, and then it has this wire that runs along here, and it comes out right here. This is where it connects to the actual phone, to the logic board. So this cable right here. So a lot of people, I don't know if a lot of people, but you know, people on Yammer or in the company or whatever have complained about, you know, getting this little extension cable off of the bezel of the phone right here. To me, it has been very easy every single time I do it. All I do, I like to like hold my tweezers in the thumb like this, just so I get a good grip. Then I use like my ring finger to kind of just like maneuver it wherever I gotta go with it. And then I just get it under. I get it under there, and then I just take a look at it right there. Don't know if you can see very well, but it has a little metal plate that's on the bottom, and you just want to grind and pry under that little metal bracket it has, little metal plate it has under this little thing. So the way I do it, I just pull it up a little bit until I can see the metal, and then I just kind of like put a little bit of force on it towards the bezel, like kind of downward, so I make sure it gets under there and I'm not ripping it. So then you just make sure it's under, and then after you make sure it's under, you're just gonna feel the adhesive just pop up, and it just pops up like that. It's really easy. So I could even put it back and do that for you one more time, just so you can see it again. All right, so it's back there again. This is me. So I'll start off with the round tip tweezers. Just first I just get it under the little cable right here. I look and just make sure it's gonna be under the metal bracket. As soon as I get it under the metal bracket, I just pry it up. So easy. People on Yammer complain about it all the time. They're fucking rookies. It's ridiculous how much people have posted about that little issue right there. And I do it, you know, so senselessly. Like it's ridiculous. I don't know what people are doing with it, but that's whatever. I just I like to take my tweezers and take the thermal plate off. And yes, I do leave like the camera for last, just because the camera is easiest, and the home button is, I guess you should worry about it if you first getting started with 6s, just from what I'm telling you right now. But it's nothing you can't do. You'll see it a couple times. Like we can meet up and I can show you like in the field how I do it. So this part right here, it has a little microphone, and it's attached to this little, this is just tape right here. Don't even worry about that. That is just tape, so I could just pull that off really. This is the camera. Sometimes this little ear speaker boot, this little thing right here, the ear speaker boot will come off. See how this one is like lifted up? Sometimes it'll come off. It'll just give you a little bit of trouble when you're taking the camera off. There's nothing to worry about. And the screen usually has a bracket here for the proximity sensor in this little box right here. Sometimes that'll come off and it'll stay on the camera. So you just got to make sure to take that off before you place it into the other one, because the bracket that is installed there is already pre-installed on the new screen. So you don't need to transfer it, nor do you need to transfer this little camera. This is the camera sensoring ring, front-facing camera sensoring ring. You don't got to transfer that either. So I took everything I need to take off from this screen. Make sure, like when you do this, that this little thing here goes on top of the thermal plate. The thermal plate goes on top of the cable. I've seen other technicians do it like this. That this goes over. When it goes over, and you put it down, it can affect this cable right here, because you see that's the cable for the LCD right there, which is pretty dangerous. So you know, the way Apple does it is they put it on top. So we just do it exactly how Apple made it. I don't question that. And then when you put in the home button extension cable back, again, you just press it down right there. It has a little engraving there, so you know exactly where to put it. It's really simple. After this, I just put the thermal plate screws back, and then I'll do the camera after. So let me just screw these in real quick. Sometimes the thermal plate will be like unaligned with the bezel. So you could like put one on the top right, then you can put one on the bottom left, just so you ensure that you align it. Because sometimes the screws will have trouble going in or something. Preparing you for the worst here. Remember, the most important thing is how not to fuck up. And yeah, I don't use the little screwdrivers that iCrack sends me. I got these from this site called Phone Doctors. That's where I got my screw mat as well. You can get all of it for like less than 50 bucks. With the good screwdrivers, you know, really good, really easy. They look really cool too. Customers like to look at them. Show you the other ones. So this is the Pendelope one. This is the flathead. Then everything else here you could get. iCrack sends it to you, so you'll be fine. Yeah. All right. So I already pulled the screws back. I put the home button extension cable back. Oh, I forgot one screw. Now, there's a little piece of tape you gotta peel right here from the new screen. You can see this little green little piece of tape. You gotta take that off before you put the new camera in. The camera. There it is. When you take it off, it's just keeps the adhesive that's on the screen from getting dust on it. So the way you put this back, so you see, look, see the little bracket I was talking about actually came off with when I took the camera off. So you could just like you pull it off really gently. No worries about that. Just make sure not to break the cable. So when you put the camera back, I like to grab it. My round tip tweezers is my best friend. I like to just grab stuff with it, because you know, you put it to use, and as soon as you got like a good control with it, then you know you really be at the best of your ability. So there has a little hole right here, right there. Not sure if you can see it that well, but it has to go with. It goes right here where I took the tape off from, but it has a little hole right there, and that's where you want to align it. So let me try to do that in the light here. So I grab it from the little corner right next to the hole, and then I just place it on top of that adhesive there, making sure that the little block goes inside the hole. You just press it down there. See, so it's in already. Then what you do, you lift the camera over to the left, just like that, and then you get the proximity sensor and the ambient light sensor inside of their bracket. You could just click it in, make sure it doesn't come out. And before you put the camera down, you put the ear speaker and just line it up with the holes. Has hole on the camera cable has holes on it, so when you set it down, it should sit right on it. Put the bracket back on. Doesn't matter which of the 3 screws you put back. If there's no order, I mean. Just make sure not to mix them up. That's why the screw mat will take care of that for you. Eliminate that. So yeah, that's all there really is to fixing a 6 screen. This one I could when I get to a customer and they have a 6 repair with them, then I can just take their screen off, transfer the home button over, and put the screen right back on. It'll literally take me like 5 minutes. Quick $190. So yeah, man, good luck, and hope this helps.